Hey guys, here's a review of Pirates Tides of Fortune. This is a game launched by Kabam and it's a fun little game, so I want to show you around, and I'm already level 30 so I can show you a bunch of stuff. So first off, you appear in your town and there's a cool feature. Of course, you can go to full map view, which is by clicking over here, full screen view. I'm recording it on a smaller screen just for the file size to be smaller, but there's also a very nice feature here on the bottom right where you can zoom in and out, so you can actually zoom out your whole island quite a lot and you can see then everything. Of course, then the building things are small, but then if you need to pop back in, you just zoom in and have a look at that. You start with gold mines, well, not as many as I have, but you start with a bunch, so you can quickly build the maximum allowed. And then mine are already level 5 and level 6, mostly level 5. I see one level 6. And you also have lumber mills, so gold mines for producing gold, of course, and lumber mills for producing lumber. And then you build a whole bunch of rum distilleries for producing rum, because for pirates, rum is the fuel. That's what they breathe and that's what they eat and drink. And then you got a whole bunch of buildings here. Actually, they're all crammed in here. So I got here a warehouse level 7, a rum cellar level 7. Got a whole bunch. These are scallywags, which are defensive kind of structure. You got the buildings which I have over here, which are more frequently used: tavern to recruit units, a lighthouse to check out places to raid, to attack, captain's quarters, which gives a summary of the different things that you need to quickly review. All kind of interesting buildings. You got here a research building, a witch's hut. So here you can research various things. So you see I'm just digging through. You use pearls to research. Takes time. It's a time-based game, so it's usually like you click on something and then you wait for it to be completed. But there are a bunch of stuff to do. So or you click and you go off, or you just do other stuff. So for now, I'm just gonna raise one of my lumber yards. For example, it's level 4. I'm gonna upgrade it to level 5. It's gonna take 23 minutes for that. The research is also going at the same time, so you see a bunch of things happening here. You got here the advisors on the top. This is the war guy, the merchant guy, the diplomacy guy, and the research guy. So when you get some messages, you get a flag, and you can see, for example, here I bought some rum in exchange for lumber. So you can have a look at that. See, I got 800 rum over here, so I can delete those messages. Now at the Master of Arms, I have some more messages. You can see I've been scouting people and raiding people, which is all lots of fun. So this is the town view over here, and there's a lot of things you can build here. There's a whole wealth actually. If you go into the construction, there's a huge tab. Not only you have the resources tab, you have the command tab, naval, you got fortifications, improvements, expansion also of your island, and smuggler's den. And you also have under each one actually several pages of buildings. So for example, if I go to fortification, you can go to the next page, next page, next page, and it's a lot. The game is free to play, but you have, like in other games, abilities to pay and get stuff. Here the rubies are the currency, so you can buy rubies. I haven't bought any yet, but the time is young. Who knows? So far I'm going free. Let's see what I'll do in the future. You have here a kind of a dress gown. This is actually a kind of a world event where everybody can participate and do prizes and earn these gowns, and the gowns can earn you different rewards, starting from rubies to idols to pearls, and also to actual vessels with which you fight. In my captain's quarters, like I told you, you got the summary of the different things. So see, I have 17 resource buildings, 9 command buildings, 4 naval buildings, 7 fortification buildings, and all kind of details about my my camp and my production rates and so forth. So that's a nice little place. You got here the Dutchman hangar for hiring the Flying Dutchman. These are your scout troops. I think they're quite expensive. Especially, you always have the normal versions of the troops, and you have the kind of a cashier versions of the troops, which are cheaper but use rubies. And yeah, you can scout with these. So let's go up to the map now. When you go out to the map, that's my town over here. That's me, and you got like, you can just scroll around the map and see all the other different havens that you got, and you see there are a lot of fightings already going on, a lot of raidings and blockades. You see, like for example here, Black Tiger has blockaded Larzano, and he's taking resources from him. The red ones are the people you fought with or you scouted. So what we can do is, let's click on return to Haven, just to show you a little bit of an example. Let me find somebody to scout, somebody who is not dangerous. Now Deadeye, I sent him a scout, but my scouts died, so I don't want to do that. Let's send one this way to 2V, so you can go scout and then send a couple of Flying Dutchmen over there, and immediately you get the scouting party has departed. The line has been drawn from my camp, and you see, although it's a Flying Dutchman, it's always showing a ship going over there, and they're quite fast. Of course, the scouts are always fast, and you can send them in various directions. Like I can send a bunch to Dixie, for example, over here. So for let's have a look at what Dixie has as well. Always scout before fighting. I can have a look at Lee over here. Let's send the other 4 to Lee. So you see, just sending scouts in different directions, and it's not long, actually. It's a couple of minutes. So for all 3 of them, it's 3 minutes to reach their destinations, and then of course they have to come back already, but you get the report the moment they reach the destination, so that's good enough. And like this you can attack, and you also have prizes. Like if I go to back to the map, and this one got research, so let's go on to the next research. So you see the time is flying actually. So if we go to the lighthouse, we can see different prices. Like here I have a level 7 caravel that's too strong for me to attack, but we can have a look at it. So if you click on the coordinates, so this is a prize that can be attacked. There are also places you can hold. So if you look at targets, you can see that there's a place for relics that can be taken. It's currently held by Black Tiger. There's a place, these are all relics, but I've seen also places for rubies and all kind of gear. And in the tavern we can have a look at the different units that you can recruit. You need to discover technologies to recruit them. So I can recruit already the first bunch of units, but you can see there's actually a lot of units that you can build up to, and these are only the pirates. Then you have mercenaries, which also go up. There's a whole army of mercenaries, go up to steam units, also fleet units that go also like all kind of ships and armada that you can buy all kind of powerful units. There are also cashier units in the smuggler's den that you can pay rubies to buy special units of all sorts. And they are very, very strong. You can also change the way your town looks by paying cash. You can trade and buy sketches, and with the surgeon you can resurrect with cash immediately dead troops. Like if you raid somewhere and your troops die, that's where you can resurrect them. Now if you are not going to be cashier, if you don't want to put cash in the game, you have to be very careful not to spend the rubies. They're quite difficult to get in the beginning. When you go through the tutorial, you actually end up getting a lot of rubies, but very quickly that stops, so be careful about that. Now we see got 47 seconds for our scouting party to arrive, and then we can send out a raiding party if needed. Now everybody is in the base, so let's have a look at the shipyard units at harbor, or there's only one unit there, but we can have a look at probably the captain's quarters, or where are, oh, I know where they're hiding. We can click at the pirates stronghold right in the center over here. Sometimes there's a bug with the scrolling, and here we can see all kind of troops you got, and the troops you got offensive troops and you got defensive troops. So when you're there are defensive missions where you need to defend against like an attack, but also you need to defend your haven. But then you also have offensive missions like the caravel that I showed you, or other prizes. And also when you raid people, you need to use offensive troops. If you use defensive troops during an offensive mission, they will die off very quickly. It's not a good idea to do that. And they're broken up by, I told you, 4 categories: the armada, the mercenaries, the fleet, and the pirates. And inside each one, like marauders are offensive, and bonus beauties are defensive, and skirmishers are defensive, buccaneers are offensive. Very quickly you get to learn these kind of things. And other stuff. So here you got your resources, you got your gold, you got your lumber, and you got your rum. In the beginning I ran out of rum production quite quickly, so that's why my rum distilleries are the highest level 6, all of them, to be able to feed my army. Got 342 men, got the haven defense bonus 214. And that was the sound for the scouting party. Let's have a look at that. So we scouted Dixie's Haven, we scouted Lee's Haven, and Tutuvis. Let's have a look at Dixie first. So Dixie's got nice amount of resources, but also got a defensive army over there. So what I could do is I could send my entire armada and smash all those defenses and then raid Dixie's resources. So that's one possibility. Then we got Lee's Haven, who's got lots of resources and nobody at home. That means they've all been destroyed, and he didn't probably, or he's hiding them in the shipyard, for example. So that's a good target for right now. And Tutuvis here, he's got also decent resources and also no army. So actually what we can do now is, because this is easier than fighting an army, is to take stuff where there is no army already. So you get 10 raid attempts per day. I've used 5, so not per day. You got 10 raid attempts total, and you get 1 raid attempt every 2.5 hours. So let's raid Lee's place. And when you raid, you can just click on offense, and that'll show you my offense power: 21,000 offense, 22,000 offense, and a capacity of 15,000. Now it's no need to do that for his place, because well, he doesn't have anything they're defending. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send all my buccaneers, all my veteran buccaneers. And I'm just gonna look at the capacity. The buccaneers are also fast, so the time is 4 minutes 55 only. And if I add marauders, any marauder, the time will go up, because marauders are slow. So I'm gonna add bombardiers, because they're also fast. That's raising the capacity nicely. And veteran bombardiers, I think that's good enough. 10,000 offense, but I'm looking mostly at the capacity to try to take as much from him as possible. That should be good though. So I'm gonna send it over to Lee's. So I'm gonna raid Lee over there. So you see now this place is getting populated. I'm gonna go back to my advisor, get the address for Tutuvi, and that's the coordinates over here. So I'm gonna raid that guy as well. And with I'm gonna send my armada to take him. That's gonna take a bit longer because the armada is slower. It's weird, I know, but actually it's the Brevin frigate is fast. Where's my juggernaut? There, the juggernaut is fast, and the frigate is a little bit. Frigate is fast as well, actually. Oh, it's this one that's slow. maybe I can just send those ships 10 minutes and 10 minutes. Yeah, these ships are a bit slower, so you can always check the time like that, but I'm just gonna play safe. I'm gonna send all my armada for 10 minutes is good enough. Anyhow, he doesn't have that many resources, and better safe than sorry. I have nothing to do with them anyways, and they're back in 20 minutes. So they go, and my defensive troops actually stay because I don't have a target for my defensive troops. But you can see now the bigger, this is the Juggernaut. I think that that is looking so cool. He's going that way. The other raiding fleet is going this way. The scouts are coming back. So you see already a lot of things are happening. I can go back to town and see how my buildings are doing. Lumberyard is still upgrading. You can speed it up for 5 minutes. You can speed things up for free, so that's always an option. Now that's the map I showed you, the construction I showed you, and my town is a bit of a mess, and you can actually rearrange it. Don't be afraid to put structures in a wrong place at some point. Like I can move this and I can put it over here, for example, and I click on save. That's gonna move stuff around. So periodically I probably will make the town look really nice a bit later once I got more of the buildings built. But so far, don't worry, you can edit the locations. Then the discoveries. The discoveries is the research place. There's a whole tree for discoveries, and you start of course on the left hand side here, and you dig your way. There is a whole lot of discoveries to be made, and this looks better on the full screen view as well, so do that if you can. Now, to do the discoveries in the beginning, they're very cheap and easy to do, but rather quickly you stumble upon the more difficult ones, like you see here for mathematics already. That's the third tier. I need 6 sketches in order to even start. Even if I have the resources, I can't start the discovery until my research guys get the sketches. Or I trade for them, or I buy them. So I have 2 of the sketches. Pistols I have, and flight I have, but spyglass I have as well, but smuggling I don't have. I need 6 sketches for that. So yeah, you need to get sketches, and then the researches are costing something. So if you click on it, for example, spyglass gives you the ability to hire skirmishers. And if you think about upgrading, you can see the cost a lot of rum, a little bit of gold and lumber for this particular technology. So yeah, a lot of discoveries to be made here. There's a lot of decisions like where to put your resources, which type of troops to buy or not. There's a whole lot of this kind of things in the game. There are alliances called brotherhoods that you can join. I haven't joined any yet. I have the quest to join a brotherhood, but I'm not rushing that one yet. There's a very nice tutorial from the beginning. It guides you through and it tells you what to do. So that's how I quickly build up. And you got a chat here at the bottom, which can be minimized. You got friends that you can add as shipmates. You can do stuff together, and that's as far as I have gotten. You got here deeds most, so the deeds that you have accomplished. So the more deeds you do, the more medals you get, and with the medals you get rewards. So that's a good way, and there are actually a whole lot of tabs over here, so you can see what you have done and what you haven't done yet. It's called deeds most file. So that's the deeds. You got the fame, which is a kind of a ranking system, where you can see the position number 1 and so forth. Then you got the diary, which I haven't used much. I should actually check it out. So it's all the medals I have received so far, which is kind of cool. The skin that I'm using, the brotherhood, and offense points 219. Raid points. I don't actually fully know yet what all this stuff means. And another thing you can do is, if you go to the map, you can always go visit somebody else's haven. So if we go down, let's find somebody like higher level. Let's see, level 30, 20. Actually, it doesn't matter the level, but we can visit. Let's visit somebody lower level so we can see how it starts. So like this guy over here, if you click right on him and eye it down, you can see his haven. You see, that's how you start. Nothing is built, and you need to build on this gold and the lumbers and start. Basically, this is how the base starts, and you see how I got it. How I got mine build up all the way up to here already. Now I see message at Master at Arms, so I've raided Lee's Haven, so let's have a look at that. Bang. So there be no crew, and unfortunately, although he had a lot of resources, I only got very little. That means Lee actually upgraded his shipyard, because shipyard is a kind of a safeguard location, and I have done that as well. So 4,000 of my minerals are protected from raiding, so that's really good. So that's good to remember that it's I shouldn't probably raid Lee unless he has a lot more resources. Now on our lumber yard there's 4 minutes left, but I can for free I can boost that through under 5 minutes. So that's done. So lumber yard has been built, so we're good to go on that one, and I can start on the next one. I'm upgrading a lot my economy, because economy is always important. We got a new quest here. Let's have a look at that. Collect resources from a rum convoy. Okay, and let me have a look at that. So you see here, so be sure you have defensive units there to keep eye out for raiders. Is giving you a clue. So yeah, anyhow, the quest is there, and it gives you by step capture and defend the target type required. Go to the pirate stronghold, open territories, wait at least 1 segment of the progress bar is full and collect your resources. So the way it works is I'd have to find in the observatory that convoy in Scar for targets, and unfortunately I don't have any in this view, so I have to wait until this is refreshed, and then hopefully I'll have the convoy that I can maybe target. Now that is, you got the messaging system, of course, to message each other. You got some settings. You can even change the language. Now the default language, which I am also using, is the pirate English, let's call it like that, and it's a lot of fun and I like it and I understand it, so I can use it. But if you want normal English, you can select that from the languages as well, and there are also options for other languages, so you can check those out as well. So in short, to conclude, I think it's a fun little game, and I've already set up a blog for it, where I will post my progress and guides and tips and so forth. The link will be in the description of the video, so you can check that out if you want. I do recommend you guys give it a shot, because you might like it a lot. Especially the beginning quests, they are voiced over really nicely. So now there is no sound particularly, but generally in the beginning there was more. But you have more sounds when you're clicking stuff. You get sounds coming up according to what you click. See, this is like the place to summon the Dark Corsair. So anyhow, I think the game is well made. I'm sure there are things to be fixed. I've encountered some, let's say, not ideal things, and they will be improved, I'm sure. And they have already been adding a lot of stuff in the game, new units, new buildings, new things to do. So it's going good. Give it a shot. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Please do click on like and subscribe below the video if you did. It always helps a lot. Share on Facebook, on Twitter. Always wonderful when you guys do that. And check my blog link in the description of the video. And that's it. Thanks for watching.